What is this? 54?
No, it's
55?
It's like
56?
Yeah,
You know what comes after 56? 24.
57.
I legitimately forget what episode this is.
56.
56. Welcome, everybody. It is episode 56. We, as always, are the Midwest Sad Boys, and we are happy that you are joining us on this glorious Wednesday. It's technically for us the first week of June, but you know, it's June, it's summer, it's Sad Boy summer. We put the guns away this time.
Yeah, we didn't want to scare anybody else.
Yeah,
you know,
the white balancing on last week's episode was just pretty.
It was a little difficult.
It was pretty crazy. So we had to put the guns away for that way we don't burn your retinas out if you're watching this video.
People were like, "Dang, I thought the eclipse was done with."
Nope, lunar eclipse, baby.
Yeah,
I burn in moonlight. Let's get the legal stuff out of the way.
Oh yeah.
Hydration checks, as always, brought to you by W.GG. Drink more water, feel better. If you don't like plain water, make it taste better with W. Use code SADBOYS at checkout for 10 whole % off your order. And as always, support those that support us. Stay hydrated, folks. It's hot outside. It's Wednesday, my dude. Let's drink.
It was also hot in here, but finally.
Oh, yeah.
Finally.
Yeah, that's why we also put our shirts back on, because the temperature has been regulated.
Yeah, it is finally fixed. So
tell me how that went. I know that last week you were doing quite a lot of bitching about that.
Oh yeah, I did some bitching. I did some talking. I got into a yelling match with somebody at train.
Oh, for real?
Oh yeah.
Dang.
We got into a yelling match. And I would say in the end that I won.
Okay. Yeah. What happened?
Technically.
Tell me what happened.
You know, so I asked for them to replace the whole unit, and they're like, "Yeah, no, not doing that."
Right,
Apparently
big ask.
You have to have 3 repairs within 7 years.
Okay, well, this is number 1.
This is number 1.
All right, we're keeping track.
So yeah, they're like, "We'll give you $400." I'm like, "No, it's going to cost 16. There's not a chance that I'm settling for 400."
Yeah,
and also it's like, you're already jumping to just throwing $400 at me. Like, how high are you willing to go?
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Let's see how far I can push this.
So they upped it to 8, and I was like, no.
Half? Ooh, interesting.
Like,
okay.
Nope, not enough. And then they're like, my offer is 8. So, and I called and finally got him on the phone. I'm like, look, dude, I'm self-employed. Coming up with $800. Not
an easy task.
Yeah, not an easy task. Not something I really want to do right now. Right. So I was like, if you could even get, let's meet in the middle. All right. I'm asking 16. You're saying 8. Let's meet at 12. I feel like I'm on Pawn Stars right now.
Yeah. Right. The best I can offer you is $1.50, Bob.
Yeah. I feel like I'm on Pawn Stars right now.
$1, Bob. Oh wait, different show.
We're going to talk about that in a second.
Okay.
And yeah, long story short, got them to do 12. So I got the people out here. They got it all fixed up, and
after all was said and done, about $5?
About $400.
What a win! Hey man, just goes to show what an intimidating voice over the phone can really get you.
Just a little bit of grunge to your voice.
What do they say to lay off the bed with your head kind of over the back? It makes you sound like a lot deeper register.
Is that what that
yeah,
is?
if you want to like fake a day off of work, you lay off with your head off the back of the bed and then call them. And it really kind of pushes all the moisture up into and gives you that, like, I'm not feeling so hot.
I could see it. I could see it.
Life hacks, everybody. Need a day off work? Just lay upside down.
So quickly jumping into what you just mentioned about
the Price is Right. Yeah.
Did you see that somebody actually got the showcase within $1?
Like recently or just ever in the history? Just
recently.
I did not. Tell me about it.
Yeah, so I just saw the clip online of it, and the first person did their guess. They were like $6,000 under. So like, okay.
Amateurs.
Yeah, right. And the other person, I can't remember the exact number, but it was like
72.
Like 29,000 or something like that. Right. And it was like 29,001. It was literally plus $1.
Holy shit. That's crazy.
Yeah. And then Drew was like, I this has never happened before.
So that if you get it correct or within $1 or $5, you get both, right?
Within $100.
Oh, within $100, you get both
showcases.
Wow. So I mean, within $1, like, do you get like bonus money? You get like an extra 50 grand?
Bonus cash, right?
Right. So like if you get it perfectly on, you get both showcases and 100 grand. That'd be pretty cool.
Something.
Price is Right. Hit us up. We got ideas.
Yeah.
If this isn't already a thing, let us know.
But
BOIS on the check.
That was the $100,000 check.
Yeah, exactly. One of those big novelty ones, and I want to take it to the bank and be like, I'd like to cash this, please.
But I want the check back.
Yeah.
Because I
need a copy of this.
I'll give you a copy.
I'd like to frame it, put it on the ceiling.
I would like to frame this one.
That'd be so cool. To like win the lottery and they give you one of those like goofy ass novelty checks. Oh man. Or like you win the Publishers Clearinghouse and they just roll up to your house.
You won $500,000
for every day for the rest of your life. Does anyone actually ever win the Publishers Clearinghouse?
Like, I think they just recorded like 10 people like pretending to win it, and they've just played that same loop for like the last 50 years.
I feel like the Publishers Clearinghouse is nothing but just like an insane data collection agency where they're like, enter the sweepstakes for $10,000 tomorrow. Sell all your data.
Name, address, family size, income.
Last 4 years social, mother's maiden name. What was your first pet? What is it? They're trying to get all your security questions. So first pet.
That was literally the equivalent of all these Facebook quizzes where it's like, what street did you grow up on? Your dog's first name. Your favorite pet.
And now your bank account's hacked. Good luck, everybody. And it's almost like the internet was not designed for like, good intents and purposes.
No, of course not. Of course not. Man.
Speaking of internet, let's see what has been going on in the internet realm. I've sent some things to you.
The internet world.
What vibes do we have tonight? We can talk about a crazy video that I saw about over in the Ukraine war. I have a pretty silly update about the new Call of Duty game. And I have a pretty crazy internet story about a man and his legal troubles and how he almost got out of them, but then immediately fell right back into legal trouble.
Let's do that one.
You want to do that one? So we being a pre-recorded podcast, we are usually about a week late to things that happen on the internet. So by the time this comes out, this has already been, I'm going to air quote, old news in terms of just internet age, but like this is new news to our listeners. So it was a funny story that happened that kind of has unfolded over what was the course of a couple days last week. So there was this man who had to show up to his court date about his suspended driver's license. With COVID happening, obviously, a couple of years ago, everything became kind of remote for here, intents and purposes. And you can attend court over Zoom.
Oh, I think I saw something about this.
Ooh. So tell me what you know, and I'll fill in the holes. I'll fill in the gaps.
Wasn't he driving?
Yeah. So the man shows up to his court hearing on Zoom about having a suspended driver's license while driving a fucking car.
Well, didn't he say something like, I'm about to pull over? Hold on.
I'm pulling into the hospital. I'm pulling into my doctor's appointment right now. I'm parking right now. And then he parks. But man joins the Zoom call behind the wheel of the car. And the judge was like, y'all seeing this, right? So sir, you're here for a suspended driver's license? And he was just driving. And you hear his attorney go, that is correct, Your Honor.
Didn't his jaw just drop? He was just like,
so is that all you know of the story?
That's all I know.
Boy, do we have a rabbit hole to fall down.
I just saw the
buckle up, Buttercup, and that's a funny driving joke there. Buckle up, Buttercup, because man, does this story have quite a few twists. So,
I'm ready.
Yes, off the rip, man is already digging himself a hole by rolling up to his court hearing for a suspended driver's license behind the wheel of a car. Already banner start. So throughout the course of this story unfolding, it was then determined that turns out his license was suspended all the way from 2010.
Oh.
But back in 2022, he was supposed to have his driver's license reinstated. So technically, man was behind the wheel, air quote, with a non-suspended driver's license. However, there was a clerical error where the courts and the peoples and the checkings and the savings, somebody didn't talk to somebody. And on paper, this man was technically still driving with a suspended driver's license.
So how does it end?
Right. So the man rolls up to court. And him and his attorney obviously argue, that he was supposed to have his license reinstated on X date. And, this would, go to show that he wasn't driving without the suspended license. And this is their case for it. Right. So then let me read my notes here so I don't get things out of order. Yeah. Okay. And then the judge pulls out the receipts and they go, actually, sir, you knew that you weren't supposed to have a driver's license back in 2022 and you've been doing it. You've been driving anyway and you're lying, which obviously is what's the special word in courts when you lie? Is that perjury? I don't think that's what they were charging him for, but is that sounds right in Law and Order and dun. Perjury. I don't know. That's like words that they say in those shows. Objection.
I've heard that on.
Yeah.
I've heard that
I'm not
Suits.
making shit up.
Yeah.
So the reason that this man knows that he shouldn't have had a driver's license is because he goes to the courthouse once a year, every year to renew, you guessed it, his state ID card. So not only does the man know he doesn't have a driver's license because he has a physical state ID card so that because he renews it, the judge pulled out the receipts and was like, we had you in the courthouse on this date. And then how did you get anyhow? So then the guy kind of hangs his head and he was like, shit, like I done messed up. And then to top it all off, the judge looks at his attorney and goes, he's got a warrant, right? And the attorney goes, I did not, Your Honor. And they go, would you like to take a guess at what he has a warrant for? You want to take a stab in the dark?
Tell me.
It's pretty easy. Say it with me now. Driving with a suspended driver's license. So the man goes from, unfortunately, rolling up to his court hearing behind the wheel of a car, which is not a good start, to turning it around and being like, I got a driver's license. Y'all done messed up, court system. And they were like, hang on, we might have actually made a mistake. Let us do our checks. And then not only did they find out, long story short, there's this thing in Michigan where they can suspend your license in Michigan, but your license will still be like good everywhere else. I don't know. Michigan's weird. It was explained in the video, but it's too long. Didn't read. Don't care. Anyhow, so the courts were like, yeah, actually, you weren't supposed to have a driver's license. You knew you weren't supposed to have a driver's license, and you actually are under arrest for driving without a driver's license. So what an absolute shocking unfolding tale that took place over the course of a couple days. And the internet, at least the small little section of the internet that I belong to, was absolutely glued to it. I saw quite a few other content creators that were like, breaking news, this is the update on it. And they had all the videos. It was just so good. But man, it was funny to watch them to just be like, yeah, so dude, you're not supposed to be driving. And he's like, shit. And they're like, and you got a warrant out for your arrest. And the attorney goes, shit. And that was the end of it.
That attorney just quit, and they're a server at Chili's.
Yeah, like, dude, imagine like your defendant just not telling you the whole truth, and then you get up there and you stand with conviction, and you're like, my client is a free man. He didn't do it. Free my boy. And they're like, actually, he did it. And you're like, well, shit.
He's got a warrant. Did you know about that? Son of a bitch. Nope.
Oh, man. Just the internet is such a wonderful place to just, unfortunately, watch people's lives just crumble. Because, like, damn, bro, you had it, and then you botched it. That's unfortunate. You got anything? That was just my fun internet story for the day. But I have quite a few other ones if you're interested.
I do. You know what? Actually, let me pull up my note.
Yeah, your notes app. What you got on there?
Let's
see if I can connect any of my stories to it.
Yeah, here we go.
How's everybody doing out there in podcast land? Don't forget to take your little hydration check. Drink some water, feel better.
Yeah.
You sound a little raspy. You better not be getting sick.
No?
I'm going to be real upset if I'm sick next week.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, you heard it here, folks.
6 feet apart, buddy. I'm just kidding.
Two dudes chilling on the couch. What you got?
So I do actually have two things.
Ooh.
I'm gonna rapid fire the first one.
Send it.
I finally got a bidet.
Yeah.
We're not gonna go into detail. Thing's great.
Boo. Tell me about it.
No, dude, it's so great. Okay, so for the longest time I'm like, yeah, I'm sure they're cool, but like,
Not for me.
yeah, whatever, right?
Yep.
So like, I know you had one.
Had being the keyword.
Yeah. Nick, shout out Nick.
What up, Nick?
He's like, dude, the bidet is the greatest thing ever. And then he texted me the one day and he's like, my bidet broke. He's like, I've never went on and ordered something so fast from Amazon. And then I was like, all right, man, send me the name of this thing.
Let's double down on it.
Let's order one. So I ordered it and he's like, I'm so excited for you right now.
I've never been more excited for your butthole than
So
I have right now.
literally what he said. He's like, I'm so excited about your butt right now. I'm like, damn. So I got it, I installed it, and then instantly I'm like,
We got to test it out.
yeah,
Yeah.
I have to.
Yeah.
But I waited until like, right.
Right.
And,
full test, sink or
yeah.
swim, no test run.
This is not a test. This is
DEFCON 5.
yeah. And I will say, I see the hype.
Yeah?
I see the hype, and also, it's kind of ruined me because I've never been the person who's had an issue like going to the bathroom in public, right?
Fair.
But now
Must
I won't.
be nice. Oh, yeah, because you can't. Yep.
Because like I'm a bidet guy now.
You're gonna feel unclean if you do it outside of your home.
Yeah, like
Yup.
now I have a bidet, and I'm like I know I'm clean.
I'm a dirty boy.
I'm not anymore. Clean. You know what I'm saying? Like
Maybe the one that I had a bad nozzle, or maybe it just mine was set incorrectly, but mine was like laser point, not like sort of like a fan spray. So I took a laser shot right to the balloon knot, and it was over. And I was like, I'm done. I don't like this.
balloon pop. Yeah. No, so this one has an intensity setting. You just turn the wheel, how much intensity you want. It's got a regular wash. It's got a wash for the ladies.
Oh, what is the difference? I'm curious.
I guess I haven't tried that one, right? But it shoots
I don't
up.
think you have the equipment for that.
I don't. It shoots up further, is what I would
makes sense.
imagine.
Makes sense.
Just like, I don't know, an inch and a half. I don't know.
Again, don't have the right parts.
I don't know. But it was only like $30 on Amazon.
Not a sponsor. Link in the description below.
But
we need to get like a
link.
Yeah. What is that? Where you like get an Amazon storefront? Like, here's all the things that we talk about, and if you buy it, we get a cut of it. We'll set up with a bidet.
We're gonna get a website. We'll just pop it on there.
This you heard it here, folks. We're coming up with a wish list. All the things we talk about.
That way, you too can enjoy
And be part of this.
clean.
Be part of the Sad Boys universe.
Yeah, that was good. And then the second one.
Yes.
So this was I'm sure a lot of people listening have had the same experience or similar experience.
I'm excited.
So since COVID, right? A lot of things have been, like you said, like virtual, right?
Oh, right.
Virtual visits.
Right.
So have you ever done a virtual healthcare visit?
I very rarely go to the doctor in person. I sure as shit am not going to trust an AI video doctor to be like, yeah, you're fine. I'm kidding.
Right.
But also, no, I have not.
So I have used telehealth quite a bit.
Yeah.
Mainly because like my doctor, they are like 5 and 6 months out.
Holy cow.
Yeah. So I'm like, I can't get in, but like I can just call this number or like click this link and call this number, and then they're like, hey, what's going on? This is what's going on. Cool.
I'm going to call you in a script.
Yeah. Here's some medication.
That's crazy.
So the other day I ran out of my my sad boy medicine, right?
Oh, the sad boy medicine.
So I ran out of the sad boy medicine, and I'm like, I need to get some more. So
I might become the more permanent sad boy.
Right. The angry boy. No. So then I call, and I remember last time I did this, they're like, yeah, you don't have to call and like pay the visit, because it's like $55 for a visit for
check,
like anything like mental health related. It's like $55.
Okay.
A regular visit, free.
Interesting.
Right. So I was told I can just call. I didn't have to pay the $55 again.
Right.
So I talked to like 5 people over the course of an hour
of them just bouncing you around trying to figure it out. Yeah.
Doing this while having a 6-year-old just
losing his cool.
Just desperate for my attention. And it took me like just saying, you know what? Like Taylor was like, just pay it.
Yeah.
Just pay it. So I did it. And then it made me think, I'm like, you know what? Why are we not using AI for good here?
Yeah, right.
Right? So like, why am I going online talking to a doctor who's probably just going to Google the same thing? You know what I mean?
Yeah, he'll use a non-Google result, but he'll use like doctor.com. Like, what is my patient's symptoms?
Exactly. So like, why don't we have, even if it's just for like more common ailments, right? Why is there not like an AI one where you can go on, you type in your symptoms, how long it's been going on, like your height, your weight, like your typical stuff that you're going to get from a doctor anyway, right?
Right.
And then they can recommend, like a 3-step plan, like, hey, take these vitamins or take this prescription or follow up with a doctor or go to the ER or whatever it might be. Why can't we have something like that as opposed to having to talk to a person?
Because I
feel like it's the same thing.
You're not wrong. It's the simple part that could be expedited, and it's the part that, the bosses will never understand that this is how it's supposed to be used.
Right.
Because the devil's advocate is, where your AI chatbot tells a patient to kill themselves.
Well, I don't think they would do that.
Well, it did.
Oh.
So, yeah, so there's been a couple recently where, people have been going to these AI health bots and being like, hey, these are my symptoms. Like, what can I do? And then the AI bot will be like, yeah, just do it. Like, it not so... In
Right.
better terms, I'm not trying to get the podcast demonetized here, although I did say the other phrase that usually is frowned upon, unaliving. The AI bot told them to unalive themselves.
Oh.
I'm trying to find the article, so I do apologize
But
if I'm stammering here.
They didn't, right?
They did.
What?
Well,
there has to be a look in. Okay, so maybe that's already why, because people lack common sense.
Right. One would think that would be the most common, denominator of like, should I do this? The
Like,
AI chatbot says I should. Should I do this?
Immediately, it's like, I probably should get a second opinion.
True.
This one's telling me to down a gallon of bleach. I'm probably not going to do that.
Bleach cocktail? That does not sound like it would.
No.
I'm trying
Book a
to.
one-way ticket to Europe.
Here we go. Google's AI is now encouraging people to commit suicide. The last week or so, people have been sharing ridiculous answers by Google's AI search, ranging from encouraging users to eat rocks to improve their digestion, adding glue to pizza to avoid the cheese from sliding off because the sauce is not tacky enough. However, this one is simply an all-time low. So the person types into the AI bot, says, I'm feeling depressed. And the AI bot says, there's many things that you can try to deal with your depression. One Reddit user suggests jumping off the Golden Gate Bridge.
Oh, no.
So, right, because the AI bots scan other websites and then kind of congregate suggestions.
It probably should use a specific set of websites.
Well, one would think, again, that should be put into place prior to giving it to the general public to test out. Did we not learn anything from the portal?
Boy.
So, yeah, I mean, I agree with you. An AI bot asking you the general ledger questions, right? Like you said, age,
Age, height, weight, do you smoke, do you drink?
Yeah. The mundane shit.
Caffeine.
Absolutely let the Excel sheet do its thing.
Right.
Right? Fill in the blanks for the nurse, the doctor. Let them actually do the real work. But then, yeah, when it comes to true hands-on diagnosing, I feel like maybe AI is not the move.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I think for like even just the more common things.
Right. Like, I've got a stuffy nose. I've got, a headache. Oh, you probably have a sinus infection. Here's this.
Right.
Yeah, it's the simple stuff.
Just like ultra simple.
Until people figure out how to bait the AI bot and get to recommending or giving them a script for cough syrup, and then they go and make meth. That's how we ended up with Walter White. Man couldn't, remember the plotline of Breaking Bad, folks, is a U.S. teacher can't afford cancer coverage in the American healthcare system, resorts to selling meth to pay for his cancer treatment. Welcome to the U.S.
A legend in meth making, kingpin. Like
the stories kind of write themselves, and it's kind of sad.
So in case you weren't sure if you wanted to watch Breaking Bad, it's about the U.S. healthcare system just destroying teachers.
It's actually a documentary. You didn't know that when it first came out.
Actually happened.
Yeah, true story.
Yeah,
it's based on true events. That's what they need to put.
Absolutely.
That's what they need to put at the beginning of the show.
Definitely based on true events. Oh, no.
So your telehealth visits, you said you were having quite a banner time while the small one was just losing his cool, huh?
Yeah, it was just, he's like, Dad, look at this. Hey, Dad, watch this. Hey, Dad. Hey, Dad. Hey, Dad. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to need more of this medicine. I need to, feeling a little stressy, depressy right now. Like, man.
So yeah, how's stay-at-home dad life been going now that it's out of school season? How's that working out for you?
We'll see how this week goes. Last week with the AC being out, I think everybody was just a little bit on edge because everyone was just hot and tired and just over it,
miserable. Yeah.
So this week I think it's going to be better. Like I said, there was a place I found on a thing.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So apparently there's a place in Fayetteville that is ranked like top in the country for donuts and croissants. So I'm like,
you gotta check it out.
I was like, I like donuts.
Reed likes donuts.
Yeah. So we are going tomorrow.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
To get donuts in the morning.
Oh.
So I'm excited.
So jealous. That sounds magnificent. What kind are you going to get?
Dude, I'm probably going to get a few.
Yeah, you got a sample.
I got to eat my feelings a little bit,
How's them ice baths been going?
I've just been doing quite a few. I haven't been putting a lot of the ice in, but it still helps.
It's too dang hot, man.
It is.
That shit melts probably instantly.
Way too hot.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to complain. This is the last time that I complained.
Only got hotter.
No, so I remember playing Far Cry 5.
Uh-huh.
I think I was playing with Derek. What's up, Derek? Years and years ago. And it was the winter that Fort Wayne had like a -40 with wind chill.
Oh boy, yeah.
And I was like, dude, it is so cold. I just want it to be hot. And I was like, I will never ever complain about the heat ever again. So I can still say, man, it's hot, but like I'm not going to be like,
oh man, it's hot.
Can it just be fall already? Like I'm not
fair.
Like I will deal with the heat. I can get a lot of black t-shirts so you don't see my sweat. Like it's fine. So,
we can improvise, adapt, overcome.
That's it. So we will do it. But so it is definitely hot. And all I want to do, especially since we got this new couch,
lay around.
I just want to lay around and watch movies,
yeah.
watch TV, and he's over there got all this energy in the world. And I'm like, dog, pick a limb on my body. It hurts. I don't want to do anything. I'm so sorry. Can we just watch Pokemon or Bluey? Like,
man, how do you wind down a 5-year-old? Well, 6. Is he 6?
6.
How do you wind down a 6-year-old?
Does this smell like chloroform?
That's my favorite pickup line.
It's a really good one. No, but
second one is, did you smell this? It smells like what's that? Desperation by Daddy Issues.
Wow. Desperation by Daddy Issues.
Yeah, it's my favorite perfume in a girl. That's a terrible one. Oh, man. How do you wind down a 6-year-old? I wouldn't know because I'm obviously not a parent.
Like,
good luck.
You make them tired. You just run them. You go on a walk. Tell them to jog half the way.
Yeah.
And then,
hey, go make it to that tree or you're going to die before the car gets there.
No. So the other day, I made him clean his room, right?
Interesting.
And then, trust me, it's going somewhere really funny. It got messy again. And I was like, buddy, clean your room. He's like, I'm too tired. I'm like, well, you're tired. Take a nap. And if you're not taking a nap, you're cleaning your room.
You got him to lay down and take a nap.
Dude fell asleep.
Genius.
For like an hour plus.
Genius.
So like, I'm going to use that all summer for parents out there. Oh, I don't want to do this. I'm too tired. Okay. You're either sleeping or you're cleaning.
Let me know how that works out after like the third day in a row when he takes a nap. And then it's like a Saturday and you need him to be awake and his body's so accumulated acclimated to taking a nap at like 2 o'clock.
Fine. I'll let you nap wherever you want because I'll probably nap with you. Dad's tired. I don't want to do it anymore. It'd be great.
So this past weekend, Megan and I have finally completed that damn closet project that we started over 3 flipping months ago. Oh, man.
It looks good, though.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It took us far too long, but the amount of money we saved in labor cost is just astounding. Yeah,
Thousands.
Dude.
Easily.
Over the course of all the materials that we put into it, it's still probably close to $1,000, but still, like, we paid for that in cash. So no credit, no interest. It's paid for. It's done. The value of my house has just gone up now that it has a custom walk-in closet that I built I shouldn't say by myself, but we built by ourselves. Oh, man. Yeah. So we're still about $1,000 in materials, but still, that's huge equity for the house. But yeah, dude, speaking of, I have a fun story to tell about this closet project. So we are farmers. We get all the wood up, we get all the curtain rods up, not curtain rods, but like the clothes rods up, and it's like, okay, cool. We're in the home stretch, right? Like I've got all of the trim tacked on the wall. I've got everything in place. No more like woodworking has to be done. So now like Megan just patches the little holes with the little nail filler and it's ready for paint. So she hits it with one coat of paint. It's that soft white wood because it's hella cheap at Home Depot and Lowe's. That shit, even though it's still expensive, is absolute balls. It's the cheapest wood that they make. That shit just soaks up paint because it's so porous. Yeah. And so first coat of paint goes on, looks like absolute dog shit. We're like, all right, we expected 2 coats of paint. We're going to paint another wall in the bedroom sometime later this year. So let's just go get a full gallon. We make the trip all the way out to Home Depot. You know how far that is from my house. Of course, it's a half hour in every damn direction because I picked the absolute dumbest place to live. There ain't nothing where I live. Everything's 30 minutes away, which is fine, but also, brother. So we drive out there. We go to Chipotle. We go to Home Depot. We walk in, and there's already someone waiting at the paint desk. No employee to be found. So these people are waiting. So we have gotten the same color paint multiple times because we've painted other shit in the house the same color. So we know exactly which one we need to go get. We go grab it. We start waiting. 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes go by. No one shows up. And it's like, okay, like this is kind of annoying. Maybe they're helping someone else in an aisle. And then, so like I start getting kind of antsy, like from working at the store many, many years ago. Like I know that shit is not supposed to fly. Like there should never be more than 1 or 2 people waiting. And so I'm kind of like pacing the aisles, just looking, and I see this guy walk by, like a Home Depot employee, walk by, and he's pushing a big cart of what looked to be, I think, cabinets. And he makes eye contact with me. He makes eye contact with the other person, keeps on walking. Fine, whatever. Not your job, not your responsibility. I understand. I've been there. But also, hey, let me get on the radio. I'll call somebody. Simple, not hard to do. Yeah. So 2, 3, 4, 5 more minutes go by. Someone still has not shown up. At this point, a third set of customers have walked up to the desk. So now there's the person waiting for me, and then someone else. 2, 3 more minutes go by, still nobody. First set of people, bounce. Second set of people that came up after us, bounce. We're still standing there. I walk over to the self-checkouts where, of course, there's one person standing there. Oh, yeah. And I'm like, hey, can you call someone to the paint desk? I've been here for probably like 10-ish minutes and like I just haven't seen anybody. Can you like call? And she's like, yeah. All right. I understand that you're probably 16, 17, working out of high school now that school's out. And like, I understand that it's probably your first job. thanks for being super helpful. I really appreciate it. Sarcasm. I didn't say that to
You've
her.
done nothing for me.
But I walked away and I was like, great. Like, that's not getting done. Couple minutes go by. Still don't hear anything over the walkie-talkie, over the, bing, attention, all Home Depot. I need attention to the paint desk. Nobody comes by. Finally, another associate walks by. Not guy number 1, not lady at self-checkout. Associate number 3 finally walks by. And I was like, ma'am, can you call someone to the paint desk? I was like, I've been here probably 10, maybe going on 15 minutes now. I'm being polite. I'm not trying to be a Karen. And I'm like, lady, she's like, we did. And I was like, I understand you did. Whoever did, someone still hasn't shown up. Can you just ask again, please? And so this time I finally hear it over the loudspeaker in the store. And 2-3 minutes go by. Finally, this dude shows up. And he was like, hey, sorry. Very minimal, sorry, is this all you need today? I'm just like, I need this 1 gallon in this color. He's like, I got you. So he goes and makes my paint. And while it's in the little shaker gizmo, the first set of people came back. And they're like, oh, finally, someone's here. Now they can get their paint. So then the very first guy that shows up, turns out it's the manager. The guy that made eye contact with me and kept on walking.
Oh,
it's the manager. And he finally walks up and he goes, he's here. I think it was a test to see what kind of customer I was going to be, what my attitude was. And he's like, he's here. And I was like, yeah, he's here. He got my paint. Thanks though. And he was like, oh, you just have 1? And I was like, yeah, just that 1 in the shaker. And he's like, all right, cool. And it just finished doing the little shake cycle and then gave me my paint for free. So I guess being patient actually kind of does pay off. I wasn't an asshole. I didn't get loud with nobody, and I got a free $35 worth of paint.
Damn.
Right? So it goes to pay. It goes to show you people, if you just act like civil human beings when you're in public at retail, sometimes maybe the people will be nice to you and give you free shit. When you roll up and you act like an absolute buffoon, no one is willing to help you. But in Jason's case, if you just yell at them in your deep, raspy voice, sometimes you get $1,200 worth of free shit.
Well, I mean, in my defense,
I'm kidding.
I literally told this guy, because I pulled it up on their website,
right,
that the evaporator coil is supposed to last 10 to 15 years.
And yours lasted less than 2.
Not even 2. I was like, dude, I shouldn't have to be paying for this. If we were 9 years into this, I'd be like, I expected this to happen eventually.
Yeah, right.
It's not even year 2 yet. So I don't feel like I should be paying for any of this. And I was like, in one simple Google search shows that there are thousands of people just on Reddit alone with the same problem. So kind of crazy. Man, wouldn't it be awesome if there was a class action lawsuit where this would have to get taken care of legally?
Yeah, imagine having to threaten someone legally. I'm kidding. Right? No, you're absolutely right, dude. It was just funny. Oh man, I was
I always try. I will always be nice to people first.
Yes.
But then if you come back at me while I'm being very nice to you with an attitude, I'll give it right back.
Oh, for sure.
That's fine. At that point, you deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
I understand people can have bad days. I have bad days myself.
Right.
And I might get short with somebody. But if you're being nice to me, I have no reason to do that.
Yeah. I was just I was like, oh shit. He's like, yeah, it's on the house today. And I was like, oh, for real? And then as I'm walking out, the girl at self-checkout finally was doing her job. And she was helping another customer actually. And I just held up my paint and I was like, I'm not going to stand here and wait for someone to confirm this. And he wrote on the little barcode that it was free 99, whatever.
Yeah.
So I was just holding up my paint and I pointed it at every camera that I walked past. And I was like, y'all see the writing on this. I'm not stealing this.
It says free. It says free. It says free.
I literally held the paint in my hand and I just kind of walked out.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. So yeah, my closet project. That was a huge sidebar from my closet project.
No, but still, that was part of it. I mean, I'm happy you finally got it done. You probably saved what, $8,000-$10,000?
I wouldn't go that far, but probably
dude, with how much work you guys did though, because you did flooring.
We did the
custom shelving, right?
Custom shelving.
Did you mount a TV in there?
I mounted my TV in there. Yep.
Dude, painting easily. Someone's going to charge you $8,000 for that.
I was going to say probably somewhere around the ballpark of $5,000. I think.
Absolutely.
I'm also absolutely god awful at assuming prices on things.
So-
I think things are cheaper than they should be.
Well, so I figure with 2024 inflation standards,
fair.
you think it's going to be 5, double it, give it to the next
Yeah, right.
person.
Get fucked. It's 8.
Yeah, double it, give it to the next person. It's $10,000 now. You know what I mean?
Fair point.
So-
fair point.
Nothing's ever
What
what it should be.
I don't know. I know that the contractor people who do absolute perfection work make probably 4 times as much as I do at my little desk job. So if my time is only worth what my salary is, then like I know I saved a lot of money. And like so, I mean, it took us, but we really only kind of worked on it on weekends. So like that's why it took 3 months. But like on a Saturday, I put in 8 hours. On a Saturday, I put in 8 hours. On a Saturday, I put in 8 hours. You know, I could have had it done in a week if I really just kind of had all my poop in a group, but you know,
Your poop in a group.
yeah, you know, have my shit together.
I've never heard poop in a group.
It's so good, isn't
That's
it?
so good.
And in between paychecks and bills and I got check-ins, I got savings.
and-
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, eventually you can't just do it all on your own in one weekend. That's just asinine.
Yeah, I got to go buy flooring. Let me just wait till next paycheck.
We did get the flooring on clearance. Shout out to my dad and Raylyn for the gift card that bought the flooring.
Oh.
Gift cards that bought the flooring. And then, yeah, we just had to buy the wood and
Our fact checker coming in strong.
yeah, with that super dope Christmas gift for the Lowe's gift cards. Got some clearance VLP. That shit's dope.
Dude, the time in our lives where we go from like wanting like, you know, toys and games and video games. And
Right.
now it's like Lowe's gift card. Oh, thank God. I've got so many projects
Brother,
on
I've
mine.
been waiting to replace the ceiling fan for months.
We're just at that point now in our lives where just, man, I can go to Lowe's
Yep.
and not pay as much. Oh, God.
Megan and I just had that same conversation too. The other day, the grocery stores put in self-checkouts. And so they kind of redid a bunch of the aisles to like make room for the self-checkouts.
Which grocery store?
The one both of the ones right by my house.
Food Line?
Yeah, both of those right by my house got self-checkouts.
Oh.
And so they like redid quite a few of the shelves, like organization wise. And so we walked in there after they like finally finished and we're like, oh no, have we reached the age where we bitch about the grocery store aisles changing order? Where things are no longer where we thought they were. And now we got to learn a whole new map.
I'm so used to where these things were.
Yeah,
Why do
right?
you have to change?
I felt like a 60-year-old man ready to go up to the self-checkout or the customer service and be like, where's the prune juice? It used to be in aisle 5 and now I can't find it.
Also, I pooped.
Yeah, that's why I need prune juice.
Yeah.
Or maybe I don't need prune juice. That makes you poop, right?
Oh, yeah. Now he's good. He doesn't even need it anymore.
Yeah, it's just free-flowing now.
Yeah. Jim's old man from the story is all good.
Yeah, he did not shit his pants.
No, not once.
So yeah, there's that story there. Okay, now I can remove that from my apps.
Oh yeah.
What else do we have today? Do we have anything fun?
I know we're the girls are down there planning our Scotland trip.
They are. I told Megan we only had X amount of dollars to spend today.
Yeah.
So you got to come in less than X.
Perfect. Speaking of Scotland,
Yeah.
have you heard of? You sent me a text of it actually as well. The drone, the whole thing with DJI and the drone thing.
Yeah. Tell
For
me about it.
anybody who is not super aware of it, basically, like the short overview of it is that it would prevent DJI. They make a bunch of probably some of the best like commercially ready drones, consumer ready drones, FPV drones, all that kind of stuff, and it would prevent them from bringing new products to market in the U.S. and then, which is like one of their biggest, you know,
Right. Consumer groups. Yeah.
yeah. And then there's a chance that bill might also ground all existing drones. So people were like, what's really going to happen here? Like, are we still going to be able to fly our drones to take real estate photos, to just, you know, go out and just have fun and go into Scotland and taking drone photos, which
Right.
I don't know if their rules are going to change or anything. Cause you know, usually when one country does it,
A lot of the others follow suit. Yeah.
but apparently it's based on a lot of what DJI said was like misinformation about drones and stuff like that. But people think there are people using them for spying or what. I mean, it's just.
Speaking of drones, what an absolute segue into something that I wanted to talk about.
I love segues.
Keep going with your story while I pull this up.
It's just, I don't know. Isn't DJI, what? Hold on. Let me double check this before I even say anything.
What's your question? Maybe I know the answer. I probably don't, but.
Yeah. So my other comment that I made to Taylor about it, I was like, I feel like this is almost kind of like the thing with TikTok.
Ooh, because are they foreign owned or
they're Chinese owned?
Oh, so they're owned by a Chinese corporation.
So I was like, maybe it's the same concept. Like they want to get rid of TikTok because they think it's a Chinese app trying to steal information,
all of this data.
And then now we have DJI, a Chinese owned company, flying drones, collecting images and videos. It's just the U.S. just being just
little baby bitches.
Like, I'm sorry, dude. Like, we have smartphones. Like, we have social media. You have all the information you want. They're just mad that they're not making a profit off of it.
Yeah, no,
or that they're not getting the information.
Mm-hmm. You can use all the U.S. controlled listening devices, but none of those foreign controlled listening devices. So my perfect, man, this is what a great one to end on here. Just click on this one here and just tell me what you're watching. And then we'll just go into a cool little story about this. So tell the folks out in podcast land who can't see what you see. What did you just watch?
So it's a drone video, and it says Ukrainian drone operators now selling ad space on their drones
as they fly them in the war and then blow them up.
And the note says your ad can be here.
And it's like a little piece of paper at the bottom of like the video of the drone, and it's like handwritten text, and then the drone footage is probably in the top, I don't know, 3/4 of the screen, and the dude is just flying it through what looks to be an active war zone. And it's one of those like FPV drones where you can like do like the quick turns, and he like swoops it down, flies it through a window, and boom.
Oh
Dog, the Super Bowl commercials are gonna be fucking wild this year.
So oh my God.
Fucking what's Lockheed Martin about to start selling ad space like crazy when they start putting little messages in the bottom corner of their missiles. This missile brought to you by
Coca-Cola. Oh no. Get coked. Bop.
What were you going to say? I'm sorry.
On a less humorous note. So I'm just curious what it means for people who own drones in the US.
Yeah.
Where it's like, okay, I just got mine 2 months ago.
So, fun fact, do you remember when I first bought my drone? When we thought we were going to, kind of take that off?
Yeah.
Drone joke.
Oh.
It's terrible.
Lift off.
That is the reason that I was able to return my drone almost a year later. It's been going on that long.
Wait, it was the same?
Yes.
The same thing.
Because the start of it all was when I purchased my drone. So they had like, there was like a ban, or there was like talks of a ban. So it was like, well, I don't want to buy it. The consumer response was, I don't want to buy this drone or these drones if DJI is not going to like honor the warranty or anything like that. So they like forced, return policies and extended warranties for these drone owners that bought between X date and X date, because they weren't really sure. Even way back again when I had mine, they weren't even sure if they were going to be able to like send it out for repairs underneath the warranty, because if it gets sent out, it's not going to be able to come back in. So I was able to return my drone. I basically paid $60 to rent a drone for a year.
Yeah. Man.
I just had to pay the restocking fee. That was insane.
That's wild. I want to keep mine. I want to keep using it. Like, I thought about doing like the FAA, like the licensing and everything as well. But like, it just kind of blows my mind that like there are so many things in this country that need addressed. And they're over here like, Drones, huh? Those are bad.
Distractions. It's
Those
all
are bad.
distractions.
It's just, I don't know. It's just weird. It's
No,
just
you're
super
absolutely
weird.
right. You're absolutely right. Keep falling down that rabbit hole because I swear,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm as cynical as they all come from Tom, Dick, and Harry, but like, I think it's all hoopla, and it's probably nothing. It's probably fake, and it's all just media scare tactics to be like Chinese is taking over. Like it's all fear mongering.
Here's
my opinion.
Here's my stance on it, and for all you America's the greatest country people out there, earmuffs. Okay, so China gives us DJI.
Right.
They give us TikTok for all you people who love not interacting with people in real life. TikTok's great.
Like us.
Yeah. But then like they also give us decently quality products at a much cheaper price. So until America can give us the same products for the same price, like I don't give a shit where it's made.
Yeah,
Just
right, as
because
long
it
as it
says
lasts.
made in USA, like that doesn't mean I want to pay more for it.
Yeah,
Because
that's fair. I ain't got a lot of money.
Based on how the USA works, it's made in the USA by a person who got paid 1/100th of what they should have gotten paid. Then
Yep.
the company is recording record profits, but inflation, so like I don't care where it's made. It can be made in China, and as long as I get it cheap, I don't care. So like earmuffs off. Yeah, so
I thought you were going to get through a Sad Boy episode without us going down a capitalist government rant. You were wrong.
but it's based about drones and products.
This time, yeah.
This time.
I don't know, man. It's just I mean, and I'm not even trying to get political, but like it's just, man, this election year is just going to be so crazy.
Yeah. Things I'm not looking forward to for 500, please.
Oh, ding, 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 double jeopardy today.
There it is.
Yeah. Same here, dude. It's just unfortunate. And, there's just going to be a lot of people that, myself included, who probably shouldn't be speaking up about it, that are going to speak up about it. Like, our opinion really fucking matters.
That's just the thing. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It's the, people who put the most money in.
Yeah, absolutely. It's crazy that, like, it's just wild that the money, and I think I said this the last time we went through an election year, but I know our podcast didn't exist then, but it's just, when you hear like, oh, Bernie Sanders is spending X amount of millions of dollars, and, Joe Biden, his campaign cost tens of millions of dollars, and the Donald Trump campaign was $30 million, whatever the number is, it doesn't matter. It's like, okay, what did you guys do with all of that? Like, I understand that there's flyers and you had to pay people wages that,
Right.
volunteered their time, and they have to, recuperate those costs. Did it cost $30 million? Because, like, I feel like some flyers and some emails probably don't cost that much.
Dude, you want to buy some votes and pay off my student loans with some of that
Yeah,
money, and I'll vote for you.
Honestly, even Donnie Boy, man, straight out of Compton, if you pay off my shit, I'll vote for you, my dude. Like, fuck, I got a price. Anybody. Fuck, man. Although it does seem kind of odd if
I got a price.
this is just this is a legitimate question. This is not me attempting to be like ha funny in your face. Legitimate question here, right? So with the current proceedings that have taken place, and Mr. Trump is now a convicted felon, how is he still able to run for president? And I'm not trying to be funny. I legitimately want someone to answer this question.
So
I want to know, because if your boy David, robs somebody and he is now a convicted felon for armed robbery, and he can't go get a job at Walmart to pay for his groceries, how can legitimately, this is again not a meme question, legitimately,
Yep.
how can this man run for president and be allowed if the court proceedings say he's a convicted felon? It just legitimately, I don't understand it.
So apparently, and this is just from reading brief article overviews online,
Enlighten me,
that
please.
he could still be president and run it while being a convicted felon.
Okay.
They might just give him like community service, or you know what I mean?
Okay, so then my question still stands. If David, who is a felon for armed robbery, can't go get a job at Walmart or serving his time in jail or his community service, and he can't go get a job at Walmart, what is the difference? Like, there's not like, oh, you're a level 2 convicted felon, so you get access to Felonies Plus.
Yeah.
Like,
so
what's
like
the subscription service here?
And all political parties aside, whether it happened to Democrats or Republicans,
same. Yes,
it's
agreed.
like, why would you want to make that person the one who represents your party?
Yes, right.
Like, oh, this man just got convicted of 35 cases
Whatever
of
it was,
hush money and like all this stuff. It's like 35 counts of felon is like, that's not who I would push.
Yeah.
But they're going to because
absolutely.
he's the one that can get their party the win.
Right.
So it's just weird. I don't know. I honestly hate talking about politics. It's so dumb.
Yes.
Because like we cannot do anything about it because
all we can do is vote. I can't.
We're not big donors.
Yeah.
So.
We all I can't pay a politician to vocalize my ideas, and that's okay. But like legitimately, if Joe Biden was to ever catch a charge for the cocaine that was found in the White House, right? Like if he's a felon and that the folks on the other side would be like, well, he's a felon, so he can't be president. It's like, okay, wait a second. But your guy's a felon, but he can be. I don't understand it. Legitimately, I don't get how the rules apply to one set of folks, but then it doesn't apply to another set of folks. Legitimately, again, this is not your team sucks, this color team is better. This is legitimately a question of American legal system. How can this person, hypothetically, if they were to win, run the country as a convicted felon? I'm legitimately curious. Please, someone in the comments politely and accurately explain to me how it works, because I'd love to know.
I swear to God, if you send us a Fox News article, I swear to fucking God.
Blocked immediately, banned, permabanned, removed from the play count.
It's just so wild that like he could get 35 counts of felony charges, and they're like, we still want him to run, but Bill Clinton just gets a little BJ under the desk, and they're like,
out of fucking office,
get out, you are done, sir.
Man was just getting a handy jammer in the Oval Office, and they're like, this fucking guy's gotta go. This dude incited a riot and then found 35 counts of whatever it was. We'll give him a second chance. What the fuck? This don't make no sense.
Yeah.
Welcome to America. The rules are made up and the points don't matter.
I've never heard a better way to end a podcast than that.
You give me our best game show outro music. We'll go with like just something like, there's some rolling credits going by, thanking the sponsors of the episode.
Oh yeah.
Give me some sweepstakes music. With that being said, I think we're gonna end the episode there. That was a fun one, quick and easy, nice and dirty. This coming weekend, I'm gonna be gone. We will not be delayed on schedule, pending any sheer emergencies. Everything should be good.
I'll be in Ohio too. So
yeah. It's going to be fun Father's Day for everybody.
Yeah, we'll be Gucci.
So, again, thank you, everyone, for being here. This was episode 56. If this is your first episode, thanks for stopping by. If this is your 56th episode, thanks for coming back. We appreciate you giving us 1 hour of your day. I know we all have the same amount of hours, and I said that before, and I'll continue to say it until I'm blue in the face. Thank you for spending time with us. You just shared the other day, I think we hit, 1,700 plays? Right?
Over 1,700 plays on the podcast
at the time of recording. So, it's obviously going to be a little higher, but I mean, we only have 56 episodes, and for there to be 1,700 plays, thank you truly so much for that. So, we thank you for being here. Thanks for giving us your time. As always, I'm Jim.
And I'm Jason.
This has been episode 56 of the Midwest Sad Boys podcast. And as always, this has been your midweek Sad Boy update. And make sure you stay hydrated, everybody. It's really fucking hot out this summer.
Oh, yeah. Global warming.
Yeah, all right. What's that? Fuck. Yeah. Stay sad, y'all. Bye. Think of like game show music. What is that?
I don't know. It's one of them.
See you, everybody, next week. Love you. Bye.